Hello everyone, and welcome to another Pathfinder adventure card game scenario. We're on scenario 3.3 over at the Earthworks with the character Drelm. So at this scenario, or at this location, on your check that has the electricity trait, remove any die. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Drelm's hand is fine. Advancing the Blessings deck, it's a Blessing of Abdar. And we get Falling Rubble. Okay, it's an obstacle task trap basic. So on any keywords with the obstacle or trap, Drelm can use his divine skill, which is D8 plus 4, and we can go ahead and do a straight up dexterity check, which is a D6. Well, we only need a 6, and our modifier, thanks to the divine skill, is plus 4. So this is an auto success. All right, that's sweet. I always love it when that happens. And it says here, if defeated, you may explore your location. So we get a free exploration. Even better. Nice. Alright, the advantages of being Drelm. Alright, so let's go ahead. I'm going to just shenanigan really quick. I had this helpful haversack in my hand, and technically I have to do it at the start of my turn. But I'll just shenanigan here, kind of break the rules, be a rule breaker. I can look at the top card of my deck. It's the Speak with the Dead spell. And then I can either keep this spell, or I can discard the haversack and keep this, or I can discard it or put it on the bottom of my deck. I'm going to put it on the bottom of my deck because I like Drelm's hand. I don't think he's going to need it. Alright, so now we'll go on with that second exploration. And we get a Daba. So this is a Wisdom Survival 6 check. Drelm's Wisdom is D8 plus 1. He'll go ahead, D8 plus 1. I think I'm just going to be able to get it with just a D8 plus 1. I mean, I have a Blessing of Widget in my hand, but I think I'm going to keep that. There's probably something better in this deck, I don't know. Oh, cool, I rolled a 7, plus 1 is 8, so that's awesome. So Drelm acquires the Daba, this animal poison basic trait Fiend, and let's see. It says discard to explore your location. Let's do it. We'll discard the Daba. We're going to go ahead and explore our location. Okay, and we get this Falto. He is an ally. He's a human rogue hireling. If you fail to acquire this card, okay, we'll check that out. So Charisma Diplomacy 10. Well, Drelm only has a Charisma or Diplomacy. Actually, he doesn't have Diplomacy. He just has Charisma of D6. But, glad we kept the Blessing of Widget. We can discard this card to add 2d8 to any check to acquire a boon. So that is awesome. 2d8. Assembling our dice. And we're going to go ahead and make the roll. Alright. Wow. Look at this terrible roll. So 2, 3, 4, and we needed a total of, we have no modifiers. Wow, that's terrible. So it says here, if you fail to acquire this card, move to a random location and then examine the top card of your location deck. Alright, well, since this is my solitaire version, there are no, well, first of all, this boon gets banished. We don't acquire him. We have to examine the top card of the location deck. We will do that. Okay, it's the henchman villain, so that's interesting to know. And now what we're going to do is we are going to so in my hand I have the Unwrapped Harmony ally. So yeah, I did keep this ally from the last leveling up session of last scenario. It says here, we can discard this card to examine the top 3 cards of your location deck and put them back in any order. Because I don't know, with my hand right now, we're going to toss that just to look at the top 3 cards. Okay, so we have the Thundercloud of Set, we have an Armored Kilt, and we have the Dark Stalker. Okay, we can put them back in any order. Let's see. Sure, we'll go ahead and just put the Armored Kilt on second, because we kind of want to look at our hand here. So we're going to look at we're going to advance, we're going to reset our hand. Okay, those are good cards. We're going to advance the Blessings deck. It's a Blessing of Bastet. We'll explore. We know what it is. It's the Armored Kilt. Drelm's Constitution is D6. Okay, so we do get the armored kilt. That's pretty cool. And now what we're going to do, I keep forgetting to use this helpful haversack. It's kind of annoying because that has the potential to really help Drelm out. As it is, we will toss the armored kilt. We like our cards. We're going to go ahead and we're going to use this Scarab Buckler is what we're going to do. We're going to bury this card to shuffle 1d4 plus 1 random cards from our discard pile. So, yeah, we're going to do that. We got some cards in our discard pile. So we're going to shuffle 3 random cards from our discard pile. I have 4 cards in my discard pile. So let's see which card doesn't get recharged. So it's the 3rd card. Okay, so we get the Blessing of Wadjet, Adava, and the Armored Kilt shuffled back into our deck. Okay, I kind of like that. So shuffling the deck there, and let's see what happens now. So what we're going to do now is we will go ahead and reset our hand. So we have 5 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we will advance the Blessings deck. It's a Blessing of Nethys, and this time we are going to use the helpful haversack. Hey, we remembered. So we're going to look at the top card of our deck. It's the Hand of the Honest Man. So, we might need this later on, so we are going to exchange it. We'll keep the card, and we're going to go ahead and discard that card. Okay, well, glad I remembered to use the helpful haversack. We know what this card is. It's the Thundercloud of Set, but I think we were able to prep our hand, thanks to Unwrapped Harmony and the helpful haversack, to try to defeat this creature. So it's a combat 21. It has an element and electricity trait, and of course we have to remove a die when it has the electricity trait. It's immune to electricity and poison traits. All damage dealt by the Thundercloud of Set is electricity damage. There is an after you act effect. So we are using the Death Grip, and what's really great about this spell is that it ignores after you act effects, and we have a Blessing of Pharasma to go on top of that. So with assembling our dice, it's going to be Divine plus Divine Skill plus 2d8. So let's go ahead and assemble 2d8. And thanks to the Blessing of Pharasma, we are going to get another. So get a load of that. We are going to get another 2d8. If I can find another 2d8, I guess we'll use this one. I thought I had a different one. Okay, but since it has the electricity trait, we have to remove 1 die. So we're going to be rolling 4d8, and our Divine Skill is plus 4. So we're rolling 4d8, and we're adding 4 to this result. All right, so feeling pretty confident. We only needed 21. Let's go ahead and see what we get. All right, so we get 8, 3, 7, 4. Okay, so check that out. 10, 18, 19, 20, 22 plus 4 is 26. All right, sweet. Thundercloud of Set is defeated. If defeated, you may immediately attempt to close the location this henchman came from. And when closing, bury an armor. So I'm really glad that I did, for a card feat, increase his armor slot, because he does have an extra armor around. He's able to bury it. And not only is this henchman banished, but the location is closed. Alright, so let's go ahead and do some a deck check here for Drelm. Alright, that was a pretty exciting adventure. Pretty challenging. He had the right combo. It's like the more I'm playing this scenario, let's do the deck check. I really like this combo. Pharasma and Death Grip. Health for Haversack, I like it, but we have to remember to use it. So looking at the rest of Drelm's deck here, we'll do a deck check. Here's both of the armors. So you can see he did acquire that ally last adventure. Kind of liking the deck so far. He has a lot of supplementary. This is another card he got because he had to make his deck legal. So we gained the Dava, we gained the Armored Kilt. So both of them are just, basic cards that traders aren't interested in. So for this adventure, what the reward is we actually get, we get a skill feat. Alright, so let's look at Drelm skills. So basically the way I'm doing this, let's go ahead and zoom out here, focus, okay, could have focused a little better. There we go. So for skills, I mean, Drelm is basically just a strength and wisdom monster. So not going to even bother buffing up dexterity, constitution, intelligence, or charisma. I mean, the constitution, it can actually get to a +3. So that'd be interesting. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to bump up the wisdom. So we'll do a wisdom, and then the next two I think are just going to go straight up to strength. And then we'll finish with a wisdom there. So that was the skill feat. And also, we acquire this treasure, the Scarab of Mummy Defense. And what's cool is that it is a loot 3 item. So we got some options now. So since we gained this loot 3 item, and we got an extra armor, and we got an extra ally, so we can actually go visit a trader. So let's see, which trader to visit? You know, we have not visited this trader, Ubjabet. So for 3 boons, she'll give us an item that has the magic trait. All right, well let's go ahead and we'll see if that's if it's worth it or not to trade her 3 boons. So we are on level 3, so she's only going to accept items of the level, she's only going to accept boons of levels 2 or 3 in trade. So let's see what kind of, so we have, we're looking for items with the magic trait. So looking at items with the magic trait, nope, wasn't, no magic trait there. So this one has magic, this one is magic. And let's go ahead and look for another item that has the magic trait. Oh, this one has magic. Wow. So check this out. So, you know, back in this adventure, Drelm originally had the Feather of Nat, and he kind of gave it away. I mean, I kind of like that item, but he gave it away. So anyway, now we have the option of getting the Effigy of Nat. And this, of course, is one of the most powerful items in the whole game. Because on your check after the roll, reveal this card and bury a card, then remove any number of dice. For each die removed, add or subtract 5. So this is a really powerful item. Now this one, Staff of Revelations, Intelligence Arcane, reveal this card and recharge a spell to examine the top 2 cards of your location deck. If a card has the element or undead trait, you may encounter it. Otherwise, put the cards back in any order. At the start of your turn, reveal this card to examine the top card of your deck. You may return the examine card to the top or bottom of your deck. Okay, so that's interesting. It's kind of like the helpful haversack. I mean, it's interesting. I don't really know if it's going to go with that. This one is recharge this card to add 2 dice to your check against the barrier that has an arcane or magic trait. Okay, so right now, the only item that I think Drelm is interested in is this Effigy of Mat. So hypothetically, if we wanted to trade it to Ubajet, we would need to have items that are 2, so we could trade her this item. She would be interested in the alchemical suit. She would be interested in the Death Grip spell, but there's no way we're getting rid of that. She would be interested in the Natron Fang. We might have to lose that. So she would be interested in the Scarab of Mummy Defense and the Hand of the Honest Man. So we got those 2. She would also be interested in, let's see what we got here, the Cleric of Nethys or Unwrapped Harmony. And she would also be interested in none of these blessings. So we do have some good options to get this Effigy of Mat. We have to give her 3 of these really juicy items. I mean, we could get rid of the Alchemist suit and just forget about being an alchemist. I think we'll do it. We're going to get rid of the Alchemist suit, and then we are going to get rid of the Scarab of Mummy Defense. I mean, it's pretty cool. And then we either are going to get rid of Hand of the Honest Man or Unwrapped Harmony. And you know what? We're just going to say bye to Unwrapped Harmony. Or actually, you know what? We only have 3 item slots. So since we only have 3 item slots, we'll have to get rid of one of these slots. I mean, this one is pretty cool. I like how it buffs up to the charisma or diplomacy. It's hard to get rid of. And it looks like something an orc would carry around. So we are going to have to get rid of an item, though, because we only have 3 item slots, so we'll have to get rid of the helpful haversack. And it'd be cool then if we kept Unwrapped Harmony, but then that means that we'd have to... So we're getting rid of 2. We only need one more item to get rid of. So it's either going to be Cleric Anethys. Nope, we're not doing that. It's either going to get rid of Unwrapped Harmony, or it's the Hand of the Honest Man. Those are the two choices. Wow. Some tough choices here for Drelm. I think he'll just say goodbye to her. And now we have gained the Effigy of Matt. Really powerful card. And for that, we will get rid of the Helpful Haversack. Alright, so that was our trading with Ubjabet. She wanted 3 cards of level 2 or 3. She got them. We got one of the most powerful items in the whole game. So pretty exciting. You know, part of what's great about the Pathfinder Adventure card game is that the leveling up part is just as good, if not, well, I wouldn't say better than the adventure, but it is just as good as the whole adventure. Alright, well, that is the adventure for this scenario. Hopefully you enjoyed watching it. It was a lot of fun, and I'll have another adventure up shortly. Alright, thanks for watching.